challenges. Now we're talking about the BOS system and how it's going to actually help us achieve our life vision. Because once you know what your life vision is, now you got to figure out what you're going to do with it, right? So that's why we have the BOS. And by the way, everybody has a BOS system, whether you have this one or one you're currently working with. This one just happens to work because it's been developed over 40 years and it's been proven over and over and over again. Business operating system has to do with the personality masteries, the 530 grid, and the natural laws, which equates to DNA for people, DNA for business, and DNA for life. Now, we're going to bring up 3 speakers here, but I need to give you a quick overview. We're talking about how to deal with people and how to help them achieve their life vision. And we're talking about in the areas of once we find out their personalities and how they like to be communicated with, how what you're presenting resonates with them, is going to tie into the nuts and bolts of marketing, pre-sales, the sales, servicing, and client for life. That's the DNA for business. That's how it's going to help us achieve our life vision. And the DNA for life, which are 250 natural laws that have already been discovered and more being discovered every single day. And what do they help us do? They tie everything together in the BOS system with the 3 energies of see, think, and do. That's why life vision is so critical, and that's why it's kicking off our year. Starting next year, we're going to be, our next month is actually going to be starting year 3, which is the value of installing systems, right? And this is, we're going to talk about the systems. Next month, you're going to even see deeper reasons why we should be installing these systems. So to help us do that, I'm going to bring up Dawn Herbeck, and she's going to be taking care of the DNA of people. Come on up.
Think back with me, if you would, to when you were young. Let's say high school. What were your hopes? Did you hope someday I'll be a doctor or a lawyer? Did you think maybe I'll be a teacher or an accountant someday? What were your dreams? Did you dream of owning your own house? Did you dream of what it would look like? Did you dream of traveling the world? Or were your dreams about that special guy or that special girl across the room? Well, I dug out my yearbook, and it brought back some memories. I dated a guy all through high school, all 4 years. Thought he was the one, thought I was going to marry him, until he told me he wanted to see other people, started seeing another girl. And one day he put a ring on my finger. And I thought, wow, this is it. He's chosen me. He doesn't want that other girl. Until I looked at the ring, and he said, how do you think she'll like it? Boy, did that blow me away. Not what I had hoped or dreamed for. I graduated high school, graduated college, met my husband. 3 months later, he proposed to me for real. It was for me. We got married. We had 3 kids. My hopes and dreams were fulfilled. Not that much planning, not that difficult. But then, there's my mom. This is her yearbook. This was her sophomore year in high school. Mine was my senior year because I graduated. My mom didn't. She had the same hopes and dreams as I did. She wanted to be a mom and a wife too. Little did she know that she would be a mom before she'd be a wife. She got pregnant with me her junior year in high school and had to drop out. My dad had to drop out of college. And 12 years later, they got divorced. I'm sure that's not what my mom and dad had hoped and dreamed and planned for. I've had a lot of life experiences, and I know what I'm passionate about. I've taken time to do the life vision. I've written down, I'm passionate about people. I love to meet people. I love to help people. I love my marriage, my family. I love studying the Bible. I love camping and campfires and stars at night. I love connecting with people. So I've taken those passions and I've written out my life vision, and that is to connect with other people using my talents and gifts that God's given me to help other people discover their life vision and achieve their life vision alongside me while I'm achieving my life vision. Are you going after your life vision and what you want? Do you hesitate? Do you act too quickly sometimes? We each have a unique personality. Right here. We have analyticals, drivers, expressive, and amiables. We have different situations. I'd like you to look at the card that you were given possibly when you came in. Maybe you don't have those yet, but you will have them before you leave today. And if you haven't had the opportunity to fill one out, please do, and talk with the person that invited you and share more about, they can share more with you about your personality. So I'm sure you've heard the term ready, aim, fire before. And of the 4 personalities that are listed on your fourfold that you have, the analytical, the driver, the expressive, and the amiable. Let me tell you how each of them would perceive that ready, aim, fire. We've got the analytical. Ready, aim, aim, aim. We've got the driver. Fire, aim. Ready? We've got the expressives. Ready, fire, aim. We've got the amiables. Are we ready? Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Are you achieving your full life, your full potential in life? Give that some thought. But before you take too much time to think about it, get connected with a mastermind group, and they can help you achieve your fullest potential.
So, would someone like to share the biggest challenge? Biggest challenge? Yes, Melissa.
My biggest challenge is making more money.
Making more money. You know what? I'm going to take a risk here and say you're the only person in the room and online that has that challenge. But just in case there's somebody in the world that would have that challenge, maybe what we should do is explore what that looks like a little bit when it comes to the DNA of people. Making more money, okay? So if our life vision, okay, is going to be achieved, and part of the biggest challenge that we have is making more money, how do you think we need to approach the different personalities, the people that are more analytic, the people that are numbers people, the people that are ready to move and they're ready to move now, the people that just want to have fun, or the people that just want to make sure everybody's included? We'll just open that up for discussion real quick. Application time at the OK Corral. How do you make more money for somebody if you're presenting your idea, your business, your service to somebody who's highly analytic?
Give them all the details.
Give them all the details, right? Why? Because their biggest challenge, their biggest, the thing that causes them most frustration is what?
Out of order.
Things being out of order, right?
They want things to be accurate.
Right. So let's say you want to make more money with your business. You determine that that's the person. So that'd be the way to go about it. Very, very methodically, right? So that they're clear with you. Might be a good idea to stop in between and say, we're still on the same page? You following me? Questions like that. What about the driver? How would you take your services? Someone else, how would you take your services and talking to somebody who's ready to move now? Walking in their office. Okay, you got 30 seconds, go.
Show them how your product's going to help them achieve their goal.
Achieve their goal. Why? Because the thing that causes them the most frustration is what?
Things out of control.
Things being out of control. I'm controlling, I got this thing done. Don't tell me these fluffy little pony pipe dreams. Let's get, how's this going to help me achieve the vision? Right? What about somebody who's expressive? You going to start giving them a ton of details? What are you going to do with them? You got a product or a service? Who else?
Talk
Like-
about the party.
What?
Talk about the fun you have doing it.
The fun you have doing it. But it's the fun they can have doing it if they're part of what you're doing, right? Because their biggest thing that causes them the most frustration is what? Yeah. What bores them to death? Details. Right? Right? They want to have fun, right? What about the amiable? The person who wants to make sure everybody is on the same team, that we're getting along, there's no conflict, right? Yeah.
Well, instead of the amiables, we never got around to that part, where the amiable makes sure that everybody's together, but they never fire.
No.
Right.
So teach the amiable how to fire.
Teach the amiable how to fire. And how would you do that, Rosanna?
I guess go ahead and get someone that has the ability to fire and work with them.
Right. By showing them also that they can have less conflict with others if they do fire, right? Because if you don't fire, as an amiable, driver's going to go nuts. Get it done. Just get it done. And everybody's not, oh, get it done. Just get it done. But I don't think everybody understands the vision of what we're doing, right? That's important, right? Teach the amiable how to fire. Does that help you in overcoming your biggest challenge, Melissa?
Somewhat.
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 Not so much. Making more money. What is it that you do to make money?
I work at a grocery store.
You work at a grocery store. Okay. So, if you show people, if you show your employer how they can bring in more revenue, would that be an asset to that company? Would there
I'd
be
still make me the same amount of money.
Would it? So maybe there's an option to look for another opportunity.
That's what I've been trying to do. I just don't have the focus to do it.
Ah, life vision. That's good. So you're here for a purpose and a reason. And you will make more money. That's good. That's good. Sometimes, what is it? What do they say? Invention? What's the thing? If
Necessity.
necessity is the mother of invention, then frustration is the father of perseverance. Right? Frustration is going to cause you to persevere and make something happen. Okay, so we've talked about the DNA of people, tying into our life vision of how we can achieve whatever it is that we need to achieve in our life. Making more money, having more time, doing it with less stress, with a lot more fun. If you're online still, if you're still with us, text in your questions so you can participate in what we're doing. 630-386-5306. You should have memorized it right now. Pay attention. Anyway, we love you. Hang in there. All right.